Okay, so inside of my community where I help guys learn, understand, and master the language of women, one of the guys asked me a question, and this is one thing I do inside of that community is I actually make a post and I say, hey, if you guys have questions, let me know and I'm going to answer them. One of the guys in here goes, when do you actually start leading a girl? When does she deserve your masculine energy? This is what a guy in my community said. I'll put this up on the screen right here so you can see. When do you actually start leading a girl? When does she deserve your masculine energy? That was the question. I had to go inside because of the lawnmowers outside with the neighbor, but in the beginning you want nothing more than a nonchalant vibe, and I'm going to explain why. She cannot read your interest level. She doesn't necessarily know your feelings, and on top of that, she starts having fun with you. Well, if she starts having fun with you, she now gets a read on your internal personality and your natural God-given charisma. And if she starts having fun with you, this is the guy now that she craves the leadership from. This is the guy now that she craves the masculinity from. The reason why a lot of times women will even invest into the wrong men a lot of times, or they'll invest in men who maybe don't have a lot of good qualities, but since she likes him, she is betting on his potential. The reason why that occurs is because she likes his personality. So in the beginning, you need the whole interaction, every dating experience to flow completely casual, nonchalant, have fun, good, carefree vibe. Okay, if you do that, she starts to raise her emotional investment towards you. Now, when do you actually start to lead a woman? You start to lead a woman and you start to lead the relationship, okay? You start to actually demonstrate that like father-like order, okay? That strength foundation that like a dad or a father would provide. You start demonstrating the real raw masculinity traits when a couple things occur. First and foremost, she's demonstrated complete loyalty. So you'll notice there's certain things that she actually starts to do in her mannerisms to basically subconsciously signal to you, hey, I am 100% yours and devoted to you. You're going to notice her doing certain things. Maybe she starts doing favors for you, whether you ask for them or not. She starts investing in you, in your day-to-day life outside of the bedroom. And another big one is she starts filling you in on her day so that way you know where she's at or what she's doing. And keep in mind, a lot of times you're not even going to be asking for this information from her. You're not even going to be asking for any of this. She'll just naturally start to do this when she likes you. Okay, so keep that in mind. That's the first thing that has to occur when you actually start to lead a woman. The second thing that you want to see is you want to see her completely absorbed in who you are, where she starts to like acquiesce her lifestyle to your frame. Okay, so what that means is like, what you'll notice is like, let's say, let me give you an example. You're going to notice that the woman starts taking interest in your hobbies, your passions, your views on the world. Okay, another example is like if you're religious, she might start taking an interest in what you're doing or what you're studying. She starts actually looking at you as a man and saying, hey, this is like a lifestyle that I want to be part of. This is the lifestyle I want to be part of. This is the type of man I want to associate myself with. And last but not least, the last point you have to look at when you finally start to lead a woman is this right here. You have to recognize that she views the whole interaction or the relationship as like a status increase, okay, for her. And I don't mean this in a bad way or in a negative way, but what I'm trying to tell you is this. When she looks at you, she has to want to have the image, the social perception, the public perception, her friends, her family. She wants to be associated with you because of who you are. And if all those things occur, she's demonstrating a lot of loyalty, or the maximum amount of loyalty that she can. Number two, you're noticing that she is adapting to your lifestyle and your frame and your way of living. And then number three, she views the relationship and she views you as somebody that she would want to associate herself with. Now is the time where you have to make that switch mentally in your mind that the relationship has progressed beyond the initial surface level of just the nonchalant, carefree vibe. Eventually, women are going to be looking for deeper level masculinity characteristics to come out of you. They're going to be looking for that leadership. They're going to be looking for that raw masculinity, because you have to understand this. The point of dating okay? Or the point of like sex in general is reproduction and family creation. Okay, so you got to understand this. The reason why a lot of times, like, despite women liking a guy, okay, maybe he has like bad boy traits that she's attracted to or something like that, as months progress, hypergamy starts to kick in, and she says, okay, can this guy protect? Can this guy provide? Is this guy going somewhere? Is this guy competent? Is this guy emotionally grounded and knows himself? Does this guy have a congruent identity and a congruent personality where he knows who he is? All of these things matter. And now she's looking at deeper level strength, qualifications, and characteristics from you. That right there is when you start to lead a relationship. And you do not lead a relationship by saying things that you should or shouldn't do, or starting to set all these expectations and all these boundaries. You lead a relationship simply by saying the word no. Because women, a lot of times, female nature in general, they're naturally curious, and they're naturally going to be testing you to see what you're made of and what you say yes to and what you say no to. All you have to do is you have to say no when you know that you too shouldn't do something. That's all you have to do. You have to start saying no. And the relationship forms itself, and she can trust your judgment based on what you say no to, okay? And what you know you shouldn't do. And this goes down to everything. This goes down to finances, time management, how you're structuring your day, things you need to do, priorities, routine. If you start breaking your routine and you start skipping out on your priorities day to day, watch her attraction decrease, because you're showing that you're moved. Once you show that you're moved, it's hard for her to regain that strength that she had before in her mind that she would associate you with. So all of this matters. You start to lead that relationship by saying no. And if she sees how you're living, okay, spiritually, she sees how you're living on an energy level day to day with your routine, and she likes you, she is going to want to nurture that relationship. This is where she's going to check in with you. She's going to tell you how much she thinks about you, how much she loves you. She's going to want to start to plan future events and future dates with you. And if you notice her future pacing the relationship, that means that right now, in this moment in time, you are her man. And as long as you don't start changing into somebody that you're not in order to have hopes of suiting what you think she wants, that relationship will maintain. And that right there is how you start to lead a woman. I hope you liked this video. If you did, be sure to join us inside of the community where I help you learn, understand, and master the language of women. I personally think I'm really good at teaching this, and I don't want my words to be the thing that holds the weight. I want you just to go down below and check out what I made for you in the description. There's just so many testimonials and student successes on that page. I have so many student successes. If you just go and read even some of the testimonials, like I typically will even sometimes put them in a video, but I don't even feel the need to do that right now, because like if you just go and look at all of the testimonials on that page, you can't make that up. Those are the words of the guys in the community saying how much it helped their life, how they're able to now get a relationship with, let's say, maybe the woman of their dreams or something like that. Just go and look at how much results are on that page. So many testimonials, so many guys talking about how the language of women and how the community that I built has been impacting them on a very good level, on a positive level. Go and check that out. Join us inside of this after today's video is over. Hit the like button, okay, comment and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.